How's it going, everybody? We are here with a live edition of the Ad Podcast coming to you from the ANAs here in beautiful La Costa in San Diego for the ANA Social Media Conference. We have Jill Smith, the CEO of Iris, hot off a presentation with her clients at CPK.
Yes.
I heard it went awesome. Jill, thanks so much for coming on the show, spending a little time talking with us.
Yeah, of course.
So tell me a little bit about yourself, your role at the agency, and what's your guys' superpower?
I've been within the holding company for 10 years, actually. And so...
you guys are part of Chill, I understand.
Chill Worldwide, yeah. So actually have had 7 or 8 different roles over the past 10 years, so it's kept it really fresh. Have been in the CEO role now for a year, and really it's about helping clients do the unexpected. And so it was amazing talking to our client from CPK, the SVP of marketing, Ashley Carrillo, today on stage, just about all the amazing high impact work we've been doing for them. But our superpower is we believe in the power of participation. It's really our why, it's our method, it's our philosophy. And simply it's getting your market to do your marketing for you. So if your customer can tell other consumers why your brand is so incredible and so special, then you not only are creating culture through conversation, but you're exponentially improving influence.
Yeah, I love that. So essentially letting your consumers tell your brand story for you and amplifying those.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Yeah. So let's get into it. What'd you guys present with CPK today? What were some of the key themes you guys explored, takeaways, et cetera? Yeah.
So over the past year that we've been working with CPK, we've done some incredible work, but the first piece of work was all about kind of a crisis story. So they had a customer who didn't get what they bought, and it was delivered to their house. They were not very happy about it, and they also happened to be an influencer, so they had they had a lot of reach, and so their not so great experience went viral pretty quickly.
Wow!
And so we really supported them in helping them through that crisis, and just did it the right way. And the right way was by just showing up like a human, being really authentic, not hiding from the mistake, and it had incredible results. So we responded really quickly. We made sure we did right for the customer. We also did right for everybody else. So we gave the nation 50% off mac and cheese for the month, and ended up having a 20% sales lift for them.
Wow.
And also 2x their social following.
That's
so
crazy.
Through that bad experience, it actually ended up having pretty significant impact. So we talked a lot about that, and it was really good.
I love that. You know, so many people look at customer service or like customers complaining on social media as like a cost center or something that they have to do. And they don't look at it kind of the old Tony Hsieh, Zappos, you know, it was legendary for going above and beyond in their customer service, and really thinking about customer service is a marketing channel. It's not a cost center. It's not a line item. Most importantly, if you can take consumers' bad experiences, especially on social, turn them up into a good experience, you now have an advocate that will, really go to fight for you and defend you.
Get your marketing, do your marketing for you. So when we did right by this customer, she then went and told everyone how incredible CPK was, because we not only got her a new version of thing we messed up on, we also gave her a year supply of mac and cheese and pizza, which she wasn't expecting at all. So really showed up for her, and then also for customers that might be less familiar with us.
Yeah, and I love that idea of like participation with the customer. So you took that bad brand experience, you turned it around, you really made it super impactful for the influencer, but then you rewarded the rest of your community as well, saying, hey, because of this incident, we feel so bad, we're going to give everybody 50% off mac and cheese for this particular month. How did that create new social stories and new opportunities to highlight for the client?
Yeah, I mean, I think what it did is it gave them the confidence to show up the way that they are, like through with like their authentic brand personality. And we then have gone on to do some really interesting work with them for their 40th anniversary. No one cares about brand birthdays. They just don't.
Yeah,
every brand thinks thinks that people care, and they just do not. And so for their 40th anniversary, they really wanted to do something big. And what we ended up pitching to them was, you should actually fake a brand refresh and have the brand refresh be so unhinged and weird that it actually gets people that don't know you and people that do know you really waiting to see what you're going to do next, because they're so shocked. And that's exactly what happened. Wow. We brought this Unhinged brand refresh to market. And
not April Fool's time frame, hopefully.
It was actually it was right after April Fool's, but it was close enough to Jaguar's brand refresh that people were like, wait a minute, is this real?
Right.
And we held out for 72 hours until we revealed that it in fact was fake. And it ended up being, there was a great payoff with Busy Phillips, ended up being the celebrity spokesperson. And the whole thing was, we're 40 and we're fine with that. We're not having a midlife crisis. Don't worry. But so I think that experience with the mac and cheese incident I spoke about earlier gave them sort of the confidence to
go out and try other things as well.
To be a bit bolder, but also just to show up the way that's most authentic to them. And we've been able to really continue to push them in that direction.
I love it. What was the quirkiest part about the brand refresh, not knowing the campaign?
So if you know like hype beast culture, which is sort of like, oversized hoodie, fresh to death, which is the tagline we ended up changing CPK to temporarily. And we just totally dipped into hype beast lingo. The whole look and feel was very like metal, treble, drum beat, like really bizarre.
Kind of off-brand for CPK.
Very, very off-brand.
Like they're very kind of, California
cool.
California cool. That's
yes. Yeah. So it was such a massive departure for them, but people wanted to be a part of the conversation. They were sort of like, interesting, what's this satire on hype beast culture? Fast Company ended up writing a 2-page overview of the campaign because they were so interested in a brand that was willing to sort of do something that's pretty high risk.
Yeah.
Like, fake something that people either don't engage with at all.
I remember when IHOP changed their name to International House of Burger, and I think they were being serious and people just like revolted. They're like, no, you're pancakes.
Yes.
You can't do this.
You can't do that. Yeah.
That's fun. So any other, are your duties fulfilled here at the ANAs now? Are you able to relax and enjoy the rest of the programming and be a participant?
Yeah, there's been some excellent programming.
Nice.
Like I've really enjoyed a lot of the talks. I think Dan, our VP of growth, Dan Lascarbo, was like, be prepared to learn a lot. This is an environment where people really want to learn.
Yeah.
It's of course polished presentations, but it's a lot of people being like, wait a minute, what? Tell me more about this creator ecosystem. How did you stand this up?
Here's
How does this work?
Did wrong, not always what we did right.
Yeah, it's
glossy.
Yeah, it's not as glossy. It's very much about sharing best practices, which has been really great. But unfortunately, I have to leave today, then I'm dipping into some meetings in New York for the rest of the week.
Always busy.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Any other kind of key takeaways that you're going to be bringing back to the team from this week?
I've been really inspired by all of the conversation about creators. It's been so refreshing to not have an entire conference dedicated to AI.
Or any one topic, really.
Yes. But creators are so fascinating. It's sort of like, how do you create an authentic creator ecosystem? What does that look like for a brand? How do you scale it? How do you keep it fresh? So you don't want creators or influencers moving on from your brand to then whatever's the next.
Whoever the competition might be, or whoever is going to offer the next paycheck.
Exactly. And so by having a creator network, you're creating an environment that creates stability for the creators, and they're able to constantly be reinventing with you.
I love that idea. I think I've heard it be called like a creator class.
Yeah.
So kind of like almost like an in-house incubation group where you're supporting a group of creators over the period of the long haul versus just a single campaign. And what that does is it creates, storytelling that's authentic, that has multiple touch points within that creator story. It doesn't just show up one time and is gone on a sponsorship ad.
Yeah.
You have components of it where now that you have this group of people, you can actually be responsive in a crisis or be responsive to trends. You can brief them in real time and potentially get contact back in a quick way that would be on trend to participate in some of this stuff. So it seems like that's probably the way people should be heading to thinking about creator marketing.
And we have creators in-house, which is something that we've been doing for the past couple of years.
Cool. So like on the payroll, so to speak, as employees.
Yes.
Nice.
And
cool.
I think it's allowed us certainly speed to market, like your ability to create content, do an edit, get it on the internet, respond in real time is amazing.
Yeah, I love that. So with having in-house creators, I've talked to a couple agencies who've done that. Do they get to continue to be creators, or are they more seen? Like, how do you juggle creators that they have an ambition, which is I want to be a full-time content creator, but then they're taking agency work essentially to pay the bills. How do you straddle those two worlds and be loyal to both masters, I suppose, at the same time? How have you guys
I think this is the same question of sort of like, what does work-life balance look like for you? Meaning like it's their passion and their life is about making things, and it's either making things for themselves, be it observations that they're seeing in the world. They're going to continue to do that and nurture that. But in this instance, there's definitely church and state. And so in the same way that you have a non-compete, they can't go out and do something for another client while they're working with us in our portfolio of clients.
Very smart. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, Jill, anywhere you want to point people to learn more about Iris or connect with you directly?
Yeah, connect with me directly via LinkedIn, or you can check our website out at iris-worldwide.com. Would love to have you. And thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, it's been great.